Governor Braun weighing in on the government shutdown today, saying at the end of the day, the federal government is going to have to figure out how to start living within its means.
The governor said the country has to find ways to do things better or do with less. 13 News State House reporter Emily Longnecker has more of his reaction to the stalemate in Washington.
Should the government shutdown drag on long term? Governor Mike Braun was asked Wednesday what plans Indiana had to help fill in any gaps for services Hoosiers receive from federally funded programs.
We will get through it, and the issue is that's not sustainable. So if Indiana does lose some benefits in the short run, if it's essential, we would look at maybe doing something to keep it in place. But we run a good operation that lives within our means. The federal government does not.
One federally supported program that helps feed an average of 153,000 pregnant women, infants, and young children in Indiana every month is WIC, or Women, Infant, and Children. WIC is run through the Indiana Department of Health. When asked about the shutdown's impact on WIC, a spokesperson said the Indiana Department of Health is, quote, monitoring the situation, and WIC will continue to operate as normal. The governor called Indiana an entrepreneurial state, saying it wasn't as dependent on the federal government, adding Washington needs to follow that lead.
They need to start figuring out how to do what responsible states do, local governments do, businesses and households.
According to the Indiana Capitol Chronicle, who cited the left-leaning Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, Indiana is the third most reliant state in the country on federal money. The Capitol Chronicle also cited a 2024 state budget agency report showing Indiana received just over $23 billion from the federal government last year, with Medicaid receiving over half of that. Even if the shutdown is short-lived, Hoosiers employed by the federal government could feel the impact of not getting a paycheck. According to the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, Indiana has close to 23,000 federal civilian employees across several federal agencies. One entity that won't be impacted, ICE. Indiana is expected to receive millions from the federal government over the next 2 years to hold ICE detainees in the Miami Correctional Facility.
All along I've said due process, and this is about making sure we focus on the worst first, and that's what they're doing.
But according to data collected earlier this year by the Deportation Data Project, some of those detained by ICE in Indiana have no criminal record or background. The Department of Corrections says 15 detainees are set to arrive today, with up to 100 coming this week. In Indianapolis, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Indiana Democrats have released a statement accusing the White House and Republicans of, quote, playing chicken with the American economy, saying that costs are rising and Hoosiers are struggling to keep up.